Welcome to the Philippines' premier motor show. This is Autofocus. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa. Here are our features on this edition of your electronic magazine, exclusive to the automobile and its industry.
Starting off with reviews of two vehicle models presently in the local market. A van from Maxus, the G10, and a subcompact sedan from Nissan, the all-new Almera. On Autopedia, we'll talk about the importance of following your vehicle's preventative maintenance schedule. And together with the latest news and developments in the local auto industry, we shall have the highlights of the Mitsubishi Philippines 60th anniversary as our special feature.
The next 60 minutes is all about the automobile. This is Autofocus, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Kailangan ng maaasahan, kailangan ng matibay, pang matagalan kasama mo sa pag-unlad ng negosyo. Modernong disenyo, kayang-kaya ang kargo mo ng tatak na ito. Isuzu Travis, level up with Isuzu. Level up mo yung negosyo. Isuzu Travis, level up with Isuzu. Level up with Isuzu Travis.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the automobile show. We start this edition of your electronic magazine with a review of one of the latest automobile models from Maxus. This car review takes a look at a large minivan quietly making its presence felt in the segment, the Maxus G10.
There's a minivan drawing second looks on streets and the metro. It looks smart and stylish with sharp slanted character lines and curves and makes many ask the question, what is that minivan? What model? What brand? It's the Maxus G10, and at 5,168mm long, 1,980mm wide, and 1,928mm tall, with a 3,198mm wheelbase, the G10 fits nicely into the large minivan or van territory. The G10 possesses the basic look now favored by popular minivans and vans, the likes of the new Hi-Ace, Star-X, and perhaps this is what prompts the double takes. The back projector halogen headlights catches the eye, as does the bumper design with the cutaways framing the fog lamp. The rear combination lamps are not quite as eye-catching but do use LEDs. The rear also features fog lamps. The side view mirrors adjust electronically and have integrated turn lights. The Maxus G10 is a 9-seat minivan with seats upholstered in leather fabric. The driver's seat can be adjusted 10 ways electronically, the front passenger's front ways. The sliding door opens to the rear cabin with 4 captain's chairs and the bench seat for 3. The captain's chair slides and reclines to get most legroom and comfort for 4. The rear bench seat for 3 reclines for comfort and tumbles to make space for luggage and other cargo. The dash is well laid out with easy-to-read dials and easy-to-reach controls. The leather on the 4-spoke steering wheel looks and feels good to grip. It also comes with the usual buttons and controls for audio and other functions. The G10 cabin provides comfort and convenience for all occupants. There are front and rear reading lights as well as front and rear air conditioning. Driver and front passenger benefit from power windows. A nod to today's need for powering devices is available 220-volt outlet. It comes with an audio system that features a 7-inch touchscreen display with USB and Bluetooth connectivity. The G10 is powered by a 1.9-liter turbocharged CRDI diesel engine that can deliver 150 PS and 350 Nm of torque and meets Euro 4 emission standards. Power and torque are sent to the rear wheels via a 6-speed automatic transmission. The Maxus G10 provides both a stable and comfortable ride for a large van, riding on a suspension system featuring McPherson struts in front and 5-link coil springs in the rear. The brake system uses discs on all 4 wheels, ventilated in front and solid in the rear. Parking is made easier with front and rear parking sensors and a reverse camera. The G10 also comes with standard driver assist and safety technologies that include anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force distribution and cruise control. Added for safety and security are dual airbags for driver and front seat passenger, side airbags, 3-point seat belts for 9, ISOFIX child seat, and immobilizer.
The Maxus G10 checks out a lot of boxes for a good large minivan and deserves a look-see and test drive from those looking for a daily drive for the family. The latest auto industry news and developments right after this break.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
Mitsubishi Strada athlete, confident to the core.
Welcome back to Autofocus. We now have the latest auto industry news.
Great Wall Motor is back with a new local partner, Luxuriant Automotive Group Inc. Great Wall's return was announced by GWM and the Luxuriant Group in a brief program at the Bellevue, Manila in Alabang, in which executives from both partners outlined their plans for reintroducing and growing the brand locally. During the program, GWM gave a short preview of the initial lineup of vehicles that will formally launch soon: 3 SUV crossovers, the Haval Jolion, the Haval Jolion HEV, and the Haval H6, and a pickup, the GWM Cannon. On the same day of the brand's relaunch, GWM ferried motoring journalists to the Batangas racing circuit for a short test drive of the Jolion, the H6, and the Cannon.
This morning, we had our brand launch where GWM Philippines officially launched, and here's where we gave you a preview of what our lineup is going to be, at least in the initial stages of the business.
At the Batangas Racing Circuit grounds, B-Boy Vargas, professional 4x4 off-road driving instructor, laid out a course to showcase the capabilities of the GWM Cannon, China's best-selling pickup truck.
The track was designed specifically to highlight the key feature of the GWM Cannon 4-wheel drive pickup, particularly the Borg-Warner transfer case automatic 4-wheel drive system. So basically what it does is it engages the front axle without any human intervention. In short, if it encounters a particularly difficult terrain, it will gradually or immediately engage the 4-wheel drive system, which is basically the key highlight of the vehicle, which is the ease of use and comfort of use. Now, if the terrain gets a little more difficult, you just need to push 1 or 2 buttons to be able to negotiate the more difficult sections. In short, as a whole, the car was designed, the 4-wheel drive pickup was designed for comfort and for ease of use. Hence the use of an automatic 4-wheel drive system.
On the track itself, champion racer Pepon Marave staged several activities to highlight the ride and handling, performance capabilities, as well as the advanced driver assist technologies that came with the Jolion and the H6. Aside from the usual 0 to 100 km/h test, the GWM's SUV crossovers were subjected to maneuvers on the track to showcase such technologies as the adaptive cruise control and even the self-parking feature of the Jolion H6.
The car is very sophisticated. Yes, it has so many technologies built inside, so busog na busog siya. So we designed the track to highlight these particular technologies. I think one of the main technologies here is the adaptive cruise control, wherein you can really follow a car without stepping on the pedals. The car practically drives itself. One of the main features of the H6, the top model, is that they can park by themselves. So when you're inside the mall, the car will drive itself. It will look for an open space, and then you just push a button and then it will park itself automatically. GWM
plans to formally launch its lineup of vehicles at the Manila International Auto Show in April. At the same time, GWM will be opening its first showroom and dealership at United Nations Avenue.
Find us on Facebook, GWM Philippines. But more importantly, check us out in the flesh at our dealership, UN Manila, GWM UN. And in the next few weeks and months in all the major malls in the Philippines.
Another Chinese automaker is looking to make its presence felt in the country. Jetour has signed a distribution agreement with a local group which formed Jetour Auto Philippines. Jetour launched the brand at the PADA Manila, inviting the press as well as the banking and dealer partners and friends to preview and test drive its lineup of vehicles to be sold locally.
We were able to invite our friends from the dealer network, automotive dealer network, for them to see as well what Jetour is to offer. Of course, we invited some friends from the banking sectors and of course our friends from media. As I've said, we want them to experience the actual driving of this car, to feel and to get behind the wheels what this vehicle can offer. Innovation, technology, the safety in both passive and active of the safety features of the vehicle.
Jetour is bringing in SUV and crossovers including 3 variants of the X70, the Dashing, and the Ice Cream EV. Jetour is confident this lineup of vehicles will be a hit with Filipinos.
Well, Jetour is an up-and-coming Chinese brand, so we're very excited to launch this new brand because it offers value for money products which we feel will be very competitive in the Filipino market. As you can see, we announced 4 models and they're very competitively priced, so we're optimistic for growth and brand momentum to pick up soon.
Established in 2018, Jetour already boasts of having sold more than 550,000 vehicles with cutting-edge SUVs like the X70 and X90. Based in Wuhu High-Tech Industrial Development Parks on the banks of the Yangtze River in China, Jetour exports its vehicles to more than 30 countries. Jetour plans to publicly launch its local lineup at the Manila International Auto Show scheduled for April 13 to 16 at the World Trade Center. The all-new BMW X1 has arrived looking even more alluring with its sharper design and cutting-edge digital and automotive technology. Ever since the first generation was rolled out back in 2009, the X1 has drawn many to the world of BMW sport activity vehicles.
The X1 is basically your entry into the world of BMW X, the SAV range of BMW. So it's actually a very important model for us because it brings people into the brand. Also, volume-wise, it's also proven to be a relatively important model for both global market and also for the Philippine market.
Only one variant, the BMW X1 S-Drive 18D X-Line, is being made available locally, but that should be enough to tempt the kind of buyer sought by the premium German brand.
We're targeting the more dynamic, the younger ones, the very well-connected individuals who want to get into the world of BMW SAVs, and the young, energetic, and very well-connected people. These are the ones we're looking at right now.
The BMW X1 is powered by a BMW twin-power turbo inline 4-cylinder diesel engine that produces 150 horsepower and 350 Nm of torque, made into a 7-speed Tiptronic transmission with double clutch. Isuzu Philippines Corp through its partner dealer Isuzu Calapan has turned over the second batch of modern Isuzu PUVs to the Victoria Operators, Drivers, and Commuters Transport Cooperative in Oriental Mindoro. Isuzu continues to support the government's public utility vehicle modernization program to help make the public transport more reliable and safe.
We'd like to thank Podacto for continuing to trust Isuzu as their partner in providing modernized transport system to commuters. We assure you that our durable, reliable, and fuel-efficient PUVs will provide you and your passengers alike more comfortable, safe, and enjoyable ride. And with our extensive after-sales program, we guarantee you that you will get your money's worth and more.
Back in September 2022, Isuzu Calapan also turned over the first batch of 15 modern PUVs to Vodacto for the use of ferry passengers in several routes in Oriental Mindoro.
We're now turning over the 13 units of Vodacto to Vodacto. And then in addition to their 15 units that they get from us last September. So they now have a total 28 units in their fleet. So nagpapasalamat po kami sa Vodacto sa kanilang pagsuporta bilang kaagapay sa kanilang pang-araw-araw na hanap buhay. Dahil kami po ay naniniwala na ang Isuzu po ay pinakamaganda at pinakamatibay para po sa kanilang pang-araw-araw na pagbabiyahe.
Vodacto is one of the success stories of the government's PUV modernization program.
Ang cooperative po namin ay may 100 members and meron po kaming 5 rota. At ang ila-launch po natin ngayon ay isa lang sa isang rota namin. Ito pong Isuzu ay na 13 is a second batch ng aming pag-release and support with the Public Utility Modernization Program ng government. Ang PUV ay napakaganda dahil ang nagbibinipisyo po nito ay yung mga local nating mga drivers. Nagkaroon sila ng marangal na trabaho, maayos yung kanilang kondisyon, hindi sila naiinitan, at yung kanilang pong mga sweldo ay talagang standard, nakabase sa dollar rate ng Mindoro. At pangalawa, ito pong ating mga pasahero. Convenient, reliable, safety, so lahat po ng kinakailangan ng mga pasahero is nandiyan na. Walang tumatagal na 10 minuto, nandiyan na po yung unit natin para i-cater po natin ang mga pasahero ng Victoria, Calapan, and Nauhan.
Those are the latest news and developments in the automotive industry. We shall take another short break. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
Who said happiness can only be found on the ground? Next generation Ford Ranger. Do the undone. Reserve yours now on Ford.com.ph or at your nearest Ford dealer.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Here's our comparison of the latest automobile models belonging to the same category on Head-to-Head. This edition of Head-to-Head pits the Chevrolet Tracker Redline against the Honda BR-V VX CVT in a spec-to-spec comparison.
A 7-seater, a 5-seater, crossover, SUV. Buyers have a lot of options these days with automakers, deliberately or not, blurring the lines between or among vehicle classifications, models, or platforms. But more often than not, what vehicles offer in terms of powertrain, comfort and convenience features, driver assist and safety tech matter a lot in shortlisting and finalizing choices. In this head-to-head, we compare and contrast the specs and features of the 5-seater Chevrolet Tracker Redline and the Honda BR-V VX CVT Honda Sensing. The Chevy Tracker LT Redline is 4,270mm long, 1,791mm wide, and 1,627mm tall, with a 2,570mm long wheelbase and minimum ground clearance of 161mm. The Honda BR-V VX CVT is 4,490mm long, 1,780mm wide, and 1,655mm tall, with a 2,700mm long wheelbase and a minimum ground clearance of 207mm. The top-of-the-line Chevy Tracker comes with red exterior accents and trim on the wide horizontal beam, on front double grille with the black Chevy bow tie, and on the gloss black side mirrors, and the 17-inch black alloy wheels. The Redline also features an electric sliding panoramic sunroof. Other exterior highlights of the Tracker Red include LED projector headlamps with manual leveling and auto-off function, daytime running lights and double S turn indicators, side mirrors with power adjust and heater function as well as integrated turn signals, LED tail lamp, black B-pillars, lower body molding, rear fog lamps, rear spoiler, hand-mount stop lamp, and roof antenna. The all-new BRV variants comes complete with full LED headlights, daytime running lights, tail lamps, high-mount stop lamp, as well as a single exhaust pipe, roof rails, tailgate spoiler, and front and rear wipers with wash and rear windshield defoggers. Aside from LED fog lamps, the top-of-the-line BRV 1.5 VX features headlights with auto on-off function and body color side view mirrors with integrated turn signals that power adjust and fold, shark fin type antenna, and 17-inch alloy wheel strap by 215/55 R1794V tires. The VX is also distinguished by silver bumper skids and side sill garnish and chrome door handles. The Chevrolet Tracker Red line is equipped with many of the modern conveniences expected in top-of-the-line models, including a passive entry system and push-button start. The Tracker Redline cabin features an all-black interior with jet black faux leather seats with red double stitching. The driver's seat can be adjusted 6 ways with a unique combination of power and manual system. The front passenger seat adjusts 4 ways. The back row seat for 3 splits and folds 60/40 and features retractable headrest. The Redline dash features what Chevy calls a dual-barrel sports instrument panel with color driver information console. It also comes with a leather-wrapped D-shaped steering wheel with audio controls. Other comfort and convenient features include automatic climate control, AC cabin pollen filter, power windows, and rear window defogger. The top-of-the-line BRV VX is equipped with a smart entry system to get into the roomy cabin with 3 rows of seating for 7 passengers. Upholstered in leather, the VX front seat slides and reclines and features height adjuster for the driver. The second row seat for 3 splits and double 60/40 with just one touch of a button and features a fold-down armrest. The third row seat for 2 splits 50/50 and can be folded flat. The BRV VX interior features 2-tone piano black and silver accents and an instrument cluster using a 14-inch full-color TFT meter. The leather-wrapped steering wheel tilts but does not telescope and comes in controls with audio system and paddle shifters. Other comfort and convenience features: 1-button push start with remote start function, automatic air conditioning, rear ventilation, power windows, speed sensing auto door locks, accessory sockets, 2-cup and 6 bottle holders, multiple grab rails. The Tracker Red line comes with a floating 8-inch color touchscreen display with the latest version of Chevrolet MyLink infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Bluetooth, a tuner, video, and 6 speakers. The BRV VX comes in an infotainment system with a 7-inch touchscreen, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Bluetooth, and 2 USB ports and 6 speakers. Underneath the hood of the Chevrolet Tracker is a lightweight, new generation 1.0-liter 3-cylinder DOHC Ecotec turbo engine that generates 116 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 175 Nm of torque at 1,500 to 4,200 RPM. A 6-speed automatic transmission delivers power and torque to the front wheels. The suspension features McPherson's truss in front and compound crank rear axle system in the rear. The stopping power comes from an all-wheel disc brake system, ventilated in front and solid in the rear. The BRV VX is powered by a new 1.5-liter DOHC iVTEC engine generating 121 PS and 145 Nm of torque, mated to a CVT or continuously variable transmission that sends power and torque to the front wheels. The BRV suspension system uses front McPherson's truss and torsion beam in the rear. The brake system uses a ventilated disc in front and drums in the rear. Chevy equipped the Tracker Redline with active and passive safety technologies that include anti-lock braking system, electronic stability control, emergency brake warning, rollover mitigation, enhanced understeer control, corner brake control, traction control system, engine drag control, panic brake assist, hill start assist, low vacuum brake assist, no vacuum brake assist, fading brake assist, torque vectoring brakes, engine immobilizer, anti-theft alert system, and tire pressure monitoring system. Added for safety are front and side passenger airbags, ISOFIX system, 5 3-point ELR seatbelts with indicators, and driver and front passenger benefiting from force limiters. A reverse camera with a wide 130-degree viewing angle and rear sensors aid with parking. The all-new BRV VX comes with Honda Sensing, a suite of advanced safety technologies that include lead car departure notification system, collision mitigation brake system, lane keeping assist system, road departure mitigation system with lane departure warning, adaptive cruise control, and auto high beam. It also comes with anti-lock brake system, electronic brake force distribution, vehicle stability assist, hill start assist, security alarm, immobilizer, emergency stop signal, and walkaway auto lock. Other safety and driver assist tech include Honda Lane Watch, rear seat reminder, side curtain airbags, 3-point seatbelts for 7, driver and front passenger seatbelt reminder, ISOFIX child seat anchor, aiding with parking or reverse camera with guidelines and parking sensors.
The Chevrolet Tracker Redline and the BRV VX CVT with Honda Sensing have many of the comfort and convenience features now expected in a subcompact SUV, as well as technologies that work to keep drivers out of trouble. After this comparo, Which would you rather?
Kailangan ng maaasahan, kailangan ng matibay, pang matagalan kasama mo sa pag-unlad ng negosyo. Modernong disenyo, kaya-kaya ang kargo mo ng tatak na ito. Isuzu Travis, level up with Isuzu. Level up mo yung negosyo. Isuzu Travis, level up with Isuzu. Level up with Isuzu Travis.
Motul is the most trusted motor oil of the top teams competing in some of the world's most grueling race competitions, the WRC, the WTCC, and the Japan GT. Motul is the only 100% fully synthetic motor oil in the market. It has antioxidant properties that prevent premature thickening and aging due to thermal stress and guarantees total engine protection. For more information about Motul engine oils, visit www.motul.com.ph.
The Mitsubishi Strada athlete, confident to the core.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Our special feature is next. Mitsubishi Motor Philippines has a rich history of providing Filipinos with vehicles that better their lives. 60 years of history which it celebrated with a promise for more.
Anniversaries are opportunities to recollect the memories and to cherish them again. As to both MMPC and its Philippine part suppliers, through the years, since the PAMCOR days at Cainta plant in the 80s, and up to the present here, right now in Santa Rosa, Laguna, MMPC and suppliers had forged a strong partnership, not just a customer-supplier relationship, but a partnership that grew strong every year and every challenges that comes along our way.
In 2015, we welcomed MMPC to the city of Santa Rosa, thereby becoming a part of the Santa Rosa family. If you can see, a while ago in one of the photos, I'm the one in black, dressed during the 2015 opening of MMPC here in Santa Rosa. I was the mayor during that time on my third term. Before I went to Congress, I'm so happy, and one of my proudest moments was when MMPC established and made Santa Rosa their home. Thank you very much to MMPC. MMPC and the city government have forged a partnership benefiting our respective stakeholders and clients. Not only do you provide employment, but since your inception, you have been part of the outstanding business and realty taxpayers of the city. That is why you have been a consistent awardee in our Lion Awards for Business.
It is my great honor to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Mitsubishi Motors Philippine Corporation with you all. Since its establishment in 1963, the company successfully evolved and achieved several major milestones and rose to become one of the strongest and leading automotive brand in Philippines. Today, 60th anniversary. This another big milestone would not have been achieved without strong support from the Philippine government, all the business partners, including more than 70 suppliers and 25 dealer groups. MMPC takes pride in celebrating its 60th year in the business. All of us are very privileged that we became part of this remarkable achievement. Looking back on MMPC's long history, from its beginnings at the Kainter plant to its present location here in Santa Rosa, we can see how far we have come. Through the years, we have successfully introduced and launched different vehicle models and continuously provided good after-sales service, contributing to the lives of our customers and cultivating brand loyalty that spans across generations. Again, thank you and congratulations to all of us for reaching this far. Welcome to our 60th anniversary program. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much.
If not for anything else, Mitsubishi should be appreciated for being steadfast in support of the local automotive manufacturing sector.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the Toyota Wigo.
Mitsubishi Strada athlete, confident to the core.
Are you into grassroots racing, slaloms, autocross, time attacks, and circuit racing? Do you like to keep your daily ride in tip-top condition? Do you want to improve the performance and ride of your vehicle? Then head over to Fixed Stop Auto Service along 91 Congressional Avenue, Project 8 in Quezon City. Fixed Stop Auto Service can level up the performance and ride of your daily rider weekend racer of all brands, models, and makes, from Japanese, American, European, and all other global manufacturers. Fixed Stop Auto Service offers preventive maintenance services, as well as upgrades of brakes, suspension, and other mechanical works. Fixed Stop also caters to all your needs for performance tires and accessories to make your dream vehicle stand out on the road or for just your enjoyment. For appointments, call 0917-803-8283 or message us on our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/fixedstopautoservice.
Welcome back. We have more cars for you to know and appreciate as we have our second car review this week.
Times call for practicality. The price of fuel has risen to historic levels, so have the cost of many other things, including car ownership. But does practicality also mean staid and utilitarian? Not necessarily. Practicality can come with style and substance, including car ownership. A perfect example is the all-new Nissan Almera, the subcompact sedan that challenges standards of practicality. There are at least 5 reasons that make the new Almera the best practical yet stylish subcompact sedan that is ideal. Gone is the ungainly subcompact 4-door 5-seater sedan with a tinted exterior and outmolded interior, replaced by a sleek and sporty-looking sedan with a V-motion grille. Boomerangs for taillights only in Almera. LED signature daytime lamps, kick-up C-pillars, floating roof. The top-of-the-line Almera looks especially sharp with N-Sport design front and rear bumpers, dark chrome V-motion grille, silver finish outside door mirrors, and the 16-inch N-Sport design alloy wheels wrapped by 205/55 R16 tires. The all-new Nissan Almera is also especially perfect these days when fuel prices rises almost weekly. Underneath the hood of the Almera is a 1-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine that generates 100 PS at 5,000 revolutions per minute and 152 Nm of torque, numbers that are best in class. This made it to an Xtronic continuously variable transmission that smoothly sends all the power and acceleration one needs to the front wheels, all the while providing exceptional fuel efficiency rated up to 23.3 km per liter. While maintaining the Almera's best-in-class roominess and comfort, Nissan has upped the ante in interior design, comfort, and convenience features as well as smart connectivity. This is highlighted by the Nissan Intelligent Mobility or NIM that provides monitoring and intervention technology, giving car owners added driving confidence and safety. One feature of the NIM is the IAVM or Intelligent Around View Monitor with moving object detection. Using 4 cameras, IAVM provides a virtual 360-degree bird's-eye view around the Almera, making parking a breeze even in the tightest of spaces. This also provides visual and audible alerts of moving objects around the car. This is available in the VL N Sport and VE Almera variants. Practicality also means worry-free ownership. Nissan is offering the Almera with a 5-year warranty or 150,000 km warranty, providing longer protection against unexpected repair costs. The Almera comes with a twice-a-year periodic maintenance service interval schedule compared to 4 times a year PMS of the competition. This saves Almera owners valuable time which can be spent on more productive or fun endeavors like enjoying long and fun drives. In these times of poor practicality, Nissan is making the Almera more affordable with easier down payment terms. Buyers can save as much as 80,000 pesos for the all-new Almera VE variant with an all-in down payment for as low as 38,000 pesos through Nissan Finance.
Know more about your car and how to take care of it here on Autopedia.
So here in Speed Lab, it's not all about making cars go fast and more horsepower, more torque and all of that. We also do boring stuff like maintenance. Like on this 2009 Montero, it's a 10-year-old car. Things start to happen, noises start to come out, you'll hear tok tok tok, ting ting ting, nyik nyik nyik. That's normal for pretty much any car. Anything mechanical that moves will eventually develop some sort of sound because it's wear and tear over time. We already took this car out for a test drive, and from initially what we can tell, steering rack needs work because when you turn it, there's a tok 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 sound. And when you brake, there's also a clunk sound. So that means we have to check the brakes as well. Actually, you don't have to wait for the various sounds to come out. The reason why it's called PMS is called Preventive Maintenance Service. You prevent it from happening before it happens. So, very good example, stabilizer bushings. These normally wear out anywhere from a year to about 3 years, depending on the car. You don't have to wait for it to have a sound. But the bad part about being in the Philippines is, hindi pa sira yan, wag mo palitan. Thereby, there is no prevention that's happening. Pag sira na, saka mo papalitan. That is always the mentality of the Filipino people. Kasi, hindi sira, bakit ko papalitan? Gastos lang yan. And then when you ask for an estimate from the CASA of the preventive maintenance schedule, they include a lot of things. Let's say stabilizer bushing, shock absorber, axle boot, CV joint, shock mounting. All of these things are not broken yet, but about to break, will break, can possibly break. And then you get surprised of the bill. Oh, ba't ang dami? So it's more of a culture thing more than anything else. So if you really want a properly maintained car, even if it's not broke, you change it. The CASA's job is to maintain your car. Maintenance means you keep it running problem-free. Things like weird sounds coming from the suspension, there is already a problem. When the CASA gives you an enormous long list of things that need to be changed, it is because it is what, let's say, Honda or Toyota, the factory gives them. Okay, at X number of kilometers, change this, change that, even if it's not broken, for worry-free performance for the next X number of kilometers or miles. This may look very daunting to almost anyone. Your car is in pieces. Parang nangyari sa kotse ko, nakalas lahat. But that's the thing about cars. As long as it moves, it will break down, it will wear out. And the only real way to tell if a part is really worn out is not just by looking at it. You have to take it out and test it. A very good example is this one. Most everybody knows this is a shock absorber. This is what happens to a shock when it's not working. I mean, it looks okay. There's no leak. Physically and visually, everything looks fine. But you should be able to push it down easily and it should go up. Well, I can't push it down and it don't go up no more. So, hindi na yung ginagawang trabaho. It is absorbing no shock in your car. So the result is actually matalbog yung kotse or matagtag. In this case, it's matagtag because it is resisting the motion of the spring. So this shock is effectively throw away. Other small things that get broken are almost always rubber related. The metal itself, let's say this one, this is the ball joint. Itong bakal hindi naman nasisira to eh. I mean, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, overall this is fine. But the bearing inside here is actually a cup and a ball. Over time, pag gumagalaw, it wears out and gets loose. This, I should not be able to move by hand. Hindi dapat malambot to, dapat matigas to. And then, the easiest way to figure it out if there's something wrong with it, you hit it really hard like this. This happens when you steer the car, so in this Montero's case, sabi niya, pag todo liko, may tumutunog na tok tok tok. Chances are it's this one. So that's another thing. Small non-critical items are like this one, steering axle boot. If this is still on the car, physically, okay naman ah. But only pag tinanggal mo, dun mo malalaman na punit na pala. And oil, grease will leak out through here. And pag nawalan ng grasa, umiingay yung pyesa. So we're changing it with a new one. Fresh and new. No hole, no nothing. Other items that have ball joints like this one, this is also part of the steering assembly. This is also soft. I should not be able to move this by hand, so should not make that sound also. So tapon na rin to. We have replacement parts for pretty much anything available on the market. If the CASA has it, there's always an equivalent replacement part. Cheaper than CASA, pretty much just as good also. Other things that we look out for are items that get worn out, like here, brake shoe. This is especially true for drum brake cars because it is behind the brake shoe, as in hindi mo nakikita. Part of periodic maintenance actually involves taking this entire thing out and physically checking the brake shoe here. This, by the way, is already, we replaced the brake shoe and this is the original size, ganon kakapal. This is what your brake shoe is now, less than half the size already, so palitin na. And among other things, that brake rotors for the front, as you notice, this is very shiny right now because this has been refaced. This is the cheaper way to do it. You can actually reface rotors up to about 2 times before they get too thin to reface, and then you have to replace it because this does get worn down over time. So this is still fine. Most of the kalampag and other things that narinig mo while driving is pretty much suspension related. So periodic maintenance means visually checking each and every part by a shop that knows what it's doing, and then if needed be, take out the part to physically inspect it and test, like what we just did a while ago, to see if it's still working as it should. This also why if you delay periodic maintenance and then wait until na medyo madami ng sira, when you ask for an estimate from the casa or another shop, mahaba yung listahan. Eh, madaming sira eh. And can you tipid yung paggawa? Of course you can. No, gagawin mo lang to, ayaw mo to kasi mahal. Ayaw mo rin to kasi mahal. Ito, tsaka na to. But just like a person, you cure one ailment, the rest of the ailments are still there, madadamay at madadamay yan. Your brake pad is actually here. Manipis na rin nga eh. That's less than half. New brake pads are like this. Old brake pads versus new brake pad. This is what's left on the old brake pad. This is what a new brake pad is. So times 2. Yes, they are now ceramic brakes. There are no more metallic brakes. There are no more asbestos brakes, as some of them old timers may remember. So it's pretty much this one. They're all ceramic now. So the noise and other weird noises are pretty much a thing of the past already. This is what's the inside of your drum brake. Looks pretty daunting na parang, dami naman yan, ano yan? This is the one that does the handbrake. This is the piston. Pag tumapak ka ng preno, fluid goes here, bumubuka to para itulak dun sa brake shoe. That's what actually does the braking. This thing here is the handbrake. Yung ratatatat narinig mo, ito yon. Here, fresh delivery from KYB Philippines, we have a set of new shocks for the Montero. This, by the way, is a KYB XLG. XLG is their line of OEM quality replacement shock absorbers. They are most normally known as KYB Color Black. Very simple. And it has to look exactly the same as your original shock absorber. Kailangan pareho itsura nito. Pag hindi pareho itsura, hindi papasok sa kotse. Same height, same everything. Remember the shock where it is so hard to push down and don't go up? Your new shock absorber should be fairly easy to push down and goes back up. This one will give you back the ride comfort in your car. Okay, our maintenance on the Montero is done. We've replaced a bunch of items in the suspension, most notably the shock absorbers, the rubber bushings underneath, stabilizer links, and a few maintenance items like axle boot, it's torn, we replaced that, and almost all the kalampag and noise and tick 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 tok 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 sounds are not present anymore. I won't say it drives like brand new, but it definitely drives a lot better than before it came into the shop and had all of this done. Then after everything, we put it on the dyno again and then we retuned it. So we got 200 horses, not bad for a 10-year-old car. So once again, like the name says, PMS, Preventive Maintenance Service. You prevent it from breaking down. So bago masira, palitan. Wag yung Filipino way na pagsira at saka papalitan. So here at Speedlab, we not only do racing and performance stuff, we actually do maintenance also, the boring things. Change oil, spark plug, engine overhaul we have to do also. Because first and foremost, if you want more power from your car, you have to make sure that your car is running well and in good condition first. You can't make a car more powerful if there's a bunch of problems wrong with it. So we have to address that, and that's what we do also. Anything mechanical as far as engine and suspension related is concerned, we also do that. Have a problem with your car, weird noises, bring it over to the shop so we can test drive it, and most importantly, we can hear what the sounds are, because you can message us through Facebook also, but saying something like, may ingay yung kotse ko at may kalampag does not really help us in diagnosing what the noise is. So it's better to bring the car in for us to see, test drive. You drive it, you let us hear what the noises are, and then together we can look at the car and we can point out, oh, ito, this is the potential problem, this is what we see, ito may tulo, ito may tagas, and all of that. So at least you get a first-hand view and what exactly is wrong with your car, and to know that, okay, these are the things that I need to replace.
That's our feature in Autopedia this week. Taking care of your ride has been made easier. And that's Autofocus this week. We hope you have found this edition of your electronic automobile magazine informative as well as entertaining. Check us out on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. On behalf of my dad, Butch Gamboa, this has been your host, Ray Louie Gamboa. Please stay safe and healthy.